Belmont had a big influence on us. I remember I was a music major. Wes was a music business major. I think Spencer and Tyler are also music majors. And, just the environment that Belmont gave us, like I learned more about the music business by not being a music business major and studying that, but actually just hanging around students, going to bars, and just shooting it with cool people and talking shop all the time.
And Nashville in general was like a really awesome place to be based out of. So we started playing on the road pretty much immediately, going up and down I-65 and playing in small bars and really just learning through experience. But, Belmont encouraged that, and it was the place where we met. So I would say it was influential. It was, pivotal for the formation of the band.
Yeah, we were all in an environment where people really loved music and want to do something with music in their lives for the rest of their lives, and all of us agreed that that's what we wanted to do, and here we are. We did this record in a studio, Blackbird Studios, with Jacquire King, and he's a top-notch producer, and we did it in a top-notch studio. We had lots of song beds. Spencer and Wes did a lot of really good writing for this record, and so did the rest of us, but mainly these two had some really good hooks and melodies for us. And we felt like we had something we should really give the best shot we can, so we went into a real studio with a real producer, and we ended up with, in my eyes, the best product we've ever had by far.
Really his role, what his motto is kind of, I'm here to make your record, not my record, and so really I think he just brought out the best in us. I think was his, as far as what his role as a producer was to kind of let us do our thing, and just steer the ship in the right direction was kind of his thing. Like he'd let us spend hours working stuff out, because he knew that's what it would take to get to where we needed to be. And then also, on the engineering side, he mixed the record, so he's got, he puts his sonic imprint kind of that way, and has a great ear for picking the right sounds in the studio. Really understands drum sounds and knows mics inside and out. So he's all around, huge asset.
He kept it really interesting too for us throughout the recording process. We actually didn't know what song we were doing each day. So we'd show up in the morning, to a big plate of bagels and cream cheese and, a surprise as to what song we were going to hit that day. So I enjoyed that, and, he definitely focused me vocally on trying to render the best performance out of, wring the best performance out of me. Him, and then Wes actually helps a lot with that, with the vocal production. Yeah, and just being in Blackbird was a fantastic experience. I don't know if you know much about that studio, but it's very special, and it was great to be in there and great to work with Jacquire. Hopefully, we're going to do it again.
Nashville's starting to take on an ugly new name. It's called Construction City rather than Music City, because you can count up to 10 or 12 cranes at any given time, and that's just a testament to the growth of the city. People understand that it's a hot, new place to live. A lot of young people are moving there. A lot of different bands. Now we're home to, not only Kings of Leon and Moon Taxi, but also Jack White and Black Keys, and it's host to a lot of really cool people. I think Peter Frampton just moved there, and then Dave Mustaine from Megadeth. All these cool people, and you're just like, wow. I feel like we're in the right place, and we've been a part of the growth there, and we've watched it grow. It's getting a little bit more expensive to live there.
I think on the recording front, I doubt there's another place in the country or even the world that has the amount of quality studios and engineers that they have. It's really just kind of mind-blowing. The area where Blackbird's in, Berry Hill, is just one studio after another of top-notch engineers, and just the amount of recording talent in town is really staggering.
In previous records, we've done a lot of changing up the songs just a little bit to give it more of a live feel, but this record, not quite as much. We spent a day per song on each record, or on each song, and I feel like we got it right each day. We tried a lot of different things, so, we've toyed with some different ideas, but more or less, it's pretty strict to the record. There's a little bit more exploratory, I guess, in the solos, but yeah, I think it's pretty spot on.
Yeah, and I would say this is actually a place where Jacquire's influence can really be felt in the live show, surprisingly, because he had us record in one room, Whereas in previous records we've done kind of a layered approach where the songs come together over a period of time. Here with Daybreaker, we recorded it all in the same room, looking at each other, really trying to like feed off that live energy. So, we have been in the past a live band, so it just kind of works for us. Jacquire was like, yeah, let's capture that live feeling in the studio.
A great example of that is on All Day, All Night. We did the drums and the bass all at the same time, and Spencer and Trevor were in the room doing scratch vocals, maybe some scratch guitar, just kind of gathering whatever we could on top of the drums and bass. And Spencer did this guitar line that's interspersed throughout the vocals, kind of filling some space between vocal lines. And he hadn't really written a part for that, and he wanted to go back and do it. And Jacquire and I were listening to it, we're like, you're not changing any bit of that. That is staying there, and it's still on the record right now. We want as many people to hear this album as possible, and so whatever we have to do to promote it, we will. Short of some things, I guess. But yeah, we want as many people to hear it, so we'll talk to anybody, do any interview we need to. Every other person that hears it really matters, so we want it out there.
Yeah, I think at this point it's really just bringing the music to the people. So touring, if you want to stream it, that's fine. If you want to buy it, even better for us. But I think, now is our job to express these songs live, and we've already been road testing a bunch of them, and they sound good just because we recorded them live. So it's easier for us to just go out and we know what we're doing. Hey, we're Moon Taxi. This is Grammy Pro.